back on another episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm just playing. Back on another episode of Howard Dynasty. We are now ranked in the top 20, ranked number 16 in the nation. Let's go into our recruiting. We still are looking at all 5 stars. We have our entire NIL dedicated to 5 different players. We have received bad news that our number 1 receiver has already committed to Ohio State. Our goal now is to hit him with a hard sell or sway him in some capacity to come join us. It may not work, and it likely just won't go out that way for us. But we will do our best to see what interests him to bring him into Howard University. This player seems to be eyeing being a football influencer, something that is brand new to this generation. Whatever it takes, we will do to get this guy to our program. We want to end up with a top 50 recruiting class in the nation. Drew Miranda is still our number 1 target at quarterback, even though we have 2 quarterbacks on the bench already serving their redshirt year. The cornerbacks will also be a focal point for us this season. That is where we're going to have a standout defense. We're already paying $470 NIL to our standout transfer safety, and we're seeing signs that his partner back there as the other safety is making tremendous strides this season. Let's see what our stats are like this year. At the receiving position, we have 5 guys who have already had over 100 yards and 1 touchdown, a very balanced attack. And on defense, we are led by Matt Cole and B-Dove, 2 freshmen on the defensive line. Of course, when it comes to interceptions, we have our safety Whipple and we have our other safety McLean. McLean highlighted last week with a running touchdown as a strong safety. Our defense has been strong, and they're showing signs of getting even stronger. We have another home game this week, and we look to extend the winning streak as we pursue a college football playoff berth, the very first one in the history of Howard University. What a story. All right, so now that we're jumping into this game, USF has been known to be a pretty good football team, even though they're a smaller school. We got a same mantra, step on their necks. Let's see what we can do early. Do we have anything? Nothing. Got sacked early. We could have just thrown the ball away. Let's not give them any confidence. Well, let's take the confidence out quick. They're 0-4 team. They might be desperate. A lot of guys that are here right now are not going to be there next year. That's how football works. When you start the season 0-4 or even 0-3, people start getting nervous, hands get a little shaky. So on 3rd and 8, let's do our best to get a first down. Try to get this drag try to hit our guy. We hit him too late. Some of the animations in this game, it's hard for me to read what exactly is going to happen because, certain passes you make could easily just be pick sixes. We could start the game off with 3 points, just like last week. I don't mind. We just have to get points on the board every chance that we can. Got the ball back real early. Remember, we're playing on play key moments. So we got circle. I like that. Got hit. I think that was going to be a touchdown. We got X right here. We also got circle again. X could have hit him. Hit him. Did we complete it? Drop the pass. So I like this post route for X again. I like this in for circle. CJ Kelly. Making sure our blocking is good. CJ Kelly. So I double tapped, got the pump fake, but it's probably for the best. I was going to be throwing into double coverage. I was assuming what was going to be there. But again, we could do 6 points again. Do 3 points 3 times, now you have 9 points. You know, if you get, as long as the defense is playing well, we could play like that. At this point, we're just working on maintaining our ranked position. We want to make sure we end up in the top. I don't know if it's 16 or top 12, but we want to end up in the top rankings so we get a playoff berth. And it'd be nice if we get the bye for that first week. Then we just have to win 2 games and win the national championship. We're probably going to be playing teams that are in much bigger arenas. Might be a little intimidating. But at this point, we have a win streak. If we can maintain that win streak, we have nothing to worry about. Get that first national championship. We're going to be on our way to Madden soon. So we just have to get these things out the way. This may be our last season, playing at least. After this, probably going to simulate the careers of those guys that I brought in on this first class or this next class coming in. And I'm going to pick from people, make draft classes or edit my players onto draft classes that have already been assembled. Hopefully, I don't have to do a whole bunch. I would prefer to just bring in my guys, but whatever we got to do. So early, 7-13. Don't love that score, but we have a touchdown. They have a touchdown. Those 2 field goals we got early have actually set us up that we're basically up 1 touchdown right now. If we can get a touchdown here, then we're basically going to be up 2 touchdowns. On a 2-minute drill, it's 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Let's see how we handle this. Can we get a big play? Can we just hit our running back? How are we going to get up the field right now? I like square on this out. They've been playing a lot of zone. Got to start using plays like that. Again, when you're playing key moments, you're more so focused on getting a first down and capitalizing in the red zone. Once we get to Madden, we won't be doing that. We'll be playing full games, 1 game per week, because I'm not going to kill you guys with the time. But that's just how it's going to go, and we're going to build it like that. 55 seconds on the clock. Got to see what play we got right here. Got 2 guys in the slot, didn't have either. We can run, though. Great block, good run, good juke. And that's what you do as a starting quarterback. When you go into an arena and you're playing against a team that hasn't won a game yet, you don't want to give them any life. You want to make sure that they're going to come in with a lot of energy, and you want to take that energy out the arena as soon as possible. But in this instance, we're at home, actually, so you want to bring the energy all the way into the arena so they can be ready to get out of the arena. 36 seconds left, up 6 points. We could get away with a field goal. We can get away with a touchdown. I like circle if we can hit them. So we've been trying Nider a lot this year. Nider's made a couple very incredible catches. Probably not the best choice to just keep doing that, but we will be working on it. Our quarterback clearly believes in him, and I'm not mad at it because our quarterback is extending plays. He's making big plays, and Nider has been extending plays and making plays all year too. So whatever it takes, I'm really not worried about that. Just do not turn the ball over. We cannot get away with turning the ball over against bad teams. R1. So these guys have a really good connection. You cannot, when a quarterback and a receiver are hitting on all cylinders, they have a good connection. It's almost like they can think with each other. That's kind of like a Tom Brady, Wes Welker, Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, Tom Brady, Robert Gronkowski. Like, imagine if you as one player had 3 guys on one team, or let's just say 2, because I don't think all 3 of those guys play with each other. But if you could have 2 guys on one team that can have that kind of synergy, your team is going to be excellent. Julio Jones with Matt Ryan. Like, Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers. You know, one guy is great, but imagine if you had 2. So we're up 20-7. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 10. This will be a long play. I'm going to go for circle here if it's single coverage, and it is. Took too long to get it out. As soon as I see single, but I saw the safety in the middle. I wanted to throw it towards the middle, but that just wasn't going to bode well. We missed the 56-yard field goal last time, and we're missing the 52-yard field goal again. So if we're not within the 30, I think we're going to pass on kicking field goals for the rest of the year. We're just going to punt the ball, get guys in, really unfavorable positions. Quarterback extended a play right there. Excellent. What do we have here? I like what we got on the outside with square. Snyder again. We hit him. I like what we have with circle. Putting our players in a bad position. That's not a really big guy. Shouldn't be putting him in a position where he has to go jump and make a play like that. Unless he's a Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown, but clearly he's not that. Good play over the middle. CJ Kelly again. CJ Kelly, if you got that 8 on right now, CJ Kelly, McLean, you're doing big things. You're setting yourself up to be paid very well, whether that's in college again or that's in the NFL. McLean, he's a senior. He's on his way to the NFL unless you could get a 6th year or something. But from what it looks like to me, he's going to be a top 2 pick. I mean, a top 2 round pick. CJ Kelly getting in that end zone. How many scores does he have right now? I think he has 2 touchdowns at the moment. Let's get another look at that. Toe tap right on the side. That's his 2nd touchdown of the day. I'd love to see it. Are we going to get another angle? All right, let's just get the run then. Bing. Bing. First down. Let's go. That's how you're supposed to get up, man. You're supposed to lead your team. That's how you lead your team right there, man. We're going to go off tackle. Who we got out there? We got Price. Off tackle runs are not my best, but we're going to practice it. We're already up 19 points. We really have nothing to lose as long as we don't play like how we played last week. Last week we almost lost something, being up 21 points with 5 minutes to go. Let's skip this play. Okay, our guy still doesn't make the field goal, so we're going to just, go to key moments. I don't even know why they have that as an option. So with us giving them great field position, they just got 3 more points. So we're up 16 points, 7 minutes to go. R1, look at that. Snyder and this guy, they're hitting on all cylinders. It's reminding me of like a Matthew Stafford with Puka Nacua. Or even better, Matthew Stafford with Cooper Kupp. We're not a pass-heavy offense, but if we were, I'd be throwing the ball to Snyder at least 14 times a game. Luckily for us, our running back is our best player. 7 catches for 102 yards. He just probably lost his lower jaw just now on that hit, but he's a tough guy. He's still in the game. I'm going to circle right here. I'm going to Kelly, Look how he just beats it. He's destroying his man at the line. That's 3 touchdowns in 1 game. He's destroying it. I'm telling you, this guy just screams George Pickens. I don't know what he's going to do when he's getting drafted. I don't know if he's going to be standing, at that stance how George Pickens was at the draft. But, that's how we know George Pickens. He went viral for that. We want to see George Pickens do well. What a catch. What a throw. What a catch. This game's almost over. 5 minutes to go. Can we force a turnover? Can we get a pick? What can we do? That Sorsall. Got Sorsall in there. Look at him. No way. Yeah, nothing's there. I didn't even see my safety back there. Glad he was back there, though, because I did see White. Just a really bad pass. I don't love this defensive call I made. Just get the stop, though. Take the running back out. Yeah, I didn't like that call we made. You got guys just running over the middle. Not even no-look, one-handed touchdown pass. Like, what are we doing? Can we send this the rest of the game? Got to play. All right, whatever. 59-yard field goal. Who is recommending these things? Like, we've shown that we can't kick 50 anything yard field goal. Send them to the end of the game. Let's get out of here. And with another dominating win for the Howard Bisons, 293 pass yards, 4 touchdowns, and almost a 60% completion percentage for the quarterback. Let's check out the player stats. On the ground, running back rushes for 132 yards on 25 carries. No touchdowns today. We have 2 receivers who went over 100 yards. One of them having 3 touchdowns in a single game, possibly a conference record. This was a great week to continue the win streak. We have a verbal commit from the number 2 player in the nation, defensive tackle, a position that if we pair him with our current freshman who leads our team in sacks, could be very scary, especially if we get those cornerbacks. It looks as if Robert Golston will be going to be a Buckeye. That is not going to bode well for us. And that is because although we are having great success with our receivers, we'd like to have a young receiver who's electric and can do more than just make a good play here and there. We would like a receiver who can absolutely dominate. So now, I might have to look for players that have a Devontae Adams level, Fresno State level potential, and turn that player into a Devontae Adams, an Antonio Brown at Central Michigan, and turn him into one of the greatest receivers to ever play this game. Or even a Jerry Rice, who goes to a small school, I believe Jackson State, and turns out to be the greatest receiver of all time. Getting caught up in stars is not necessarily the way to go about things, especially when there are diamonds in the rough that can be found by just being patient and looking through the entire draft class. Now, looking through a class is much harder than looking through a draft class in Madden. In Madden, there's only 400 prospects, whereas in college, there's about 4,000 prospects. You'd have to be an absolute psycho to do that. So we're really looking for needles in a haystack. Drew Miranda is finally on our list. It looks like we're going to win out and bring him to Howard University. There's no way we can mess this up at this point. We're winning games. We have a very weak schedule. The only thing that could stop us at this point is him going to a school that is close to where he's from. Now let's get into this battle against North Texas, the War Eagles. They're 3-3, and it looks like a gloomy night. Let's go in here and continue the win streak once again. If you haven't had the chance yet, like and subscribe. It does plenty for our channel and brings a lot of attention. Share this with anyone you know who may be interested in football-related content. Very much appreciated. Yeah, man, let's get into this game once again. So as you can see, top 15 in the nation, number 12 to be exact. It's a good record, 4-1. They got us at the 1-yard line. Our running back even has a speed burst. Guys are acting totally different right now. Like when you come into a game and you start playing with a certain energy and it's raining, you know, we don't see a single star out there, so we're running with both our backs, getting 10 yards here, 10 yards there. If we can establish ourselves on the ground at that kind of level, It's going to be a long day for them and a very short day for us. Guys already having their heads down. If we could just run the ball on them all day, nobody's going to like that. Kearney got a great rush. I think our last 2 rushes combined for 30 yards. Staying on the ground. Giving it to him again. Pause. Took the right hole. Pause. Got another 10 yards. So we're going to resume. We're going to go inside zone again. They got three down defensive linemen. None of them look like they could stop us. Well, that guy got off the line pretty well. But again, that's our spell running back, so I can't even give him the credit, really. They got, what's this, 7 in the box right here. Looks like a 3-4 defense. Oh, we psyched him out. Good run. Good run. We out? We out? I was just talking about him last week saying he couldn't get a 20-plus yard run. Look at him, right in the end zone. That looked like that was about 40, maybe even 50. So we're getting some defensive snaps right now. Going out of coach's suggestions, so I don't even know our personnel. We in cover 3. It's raining a little bit. Okay, so this is one of those teams. We don't really do the best against teams that have quarterbacks that can just run options like that. It's not the easiest to pick up. RPOs aren't the easiest to defend. So we're going to go in man. We're going to throw a blitz out there. As you can see, we've shifted and made our, But still, as you can see, we've made a shift. We've put our safety, McLean. He doesn't get to make as many plays as I would like him to make. So I decided to throw him in a Xavier McKinney role. He's our strong safety. But when there's the nickel formations, we're going to have him playing the nickel cornerback. So he can get close, make tackles, blitz, those kind of things. So he's going to be a very versatile player for us. Also, this is giving him good film for the NFL. Like it's probably like a second-round pick at this point. But if he can show this, he might be a top 20 kind of player. That might be a player somebody needs. We're trying to show recruits, other players around the nation, and our own guys that we can bring them to NFL caliber players. So we got Travis Kearney again, 5 rushes for 86 yards. He's getting to it early. It's rainy out here. I'm liking triangle right here in that slot. I should have threw it already. Didn't. We just picked up our first down. Went to CJ Kelly. He's having a great year too. 2 catches for 19 to start the day. He just came off a 100-yard, 3-touchdown game. So he's feeling good about himself. We got R1. That's our running back right there. That's a running back right there. I'm trying to tell you, at some point in this year, people are going to start talking about him for a Heisman. So if we just keep doing that, do we have square? Glad we didn't throw anything. Let's just throw that away. Good job extending the play with your legs, not taking a sack, not doing too much. Live to fight for another down. We're in the top, what are we in? On the 11-yard line, we got a lot of room to spare. We might have a tight end right here. We might have a crosser. I like the crosser. Threw it to the running back, should have threw it to the crosser. I'm liking circle. I'm liking circle if they in man. I don't know what I threw right there. I was believing in CJ Kelly a little too much. Came through, gave the defense an opportunity to make a play that they should have never even had. So we're on 4th and inches. Let's continue to the next play.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches.
4th and inches.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first.
7-7. It's raining out here.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal.
4th and inches. We're gonna stay on the ground. We're gonna give it to our best player. They know what we're doing. They know what we're doing. 52 made an excellent play. Can't allow that. We don't want to get in a slugfest with a team that we're much better than. But here we are. Tackle him. Get him on the ground. So that's our freshman, Teray. 4th and 10. Made the solid play. We need to get we need a big play. Like, we need a touchdown. I need to see a big time takeaway as well. Get in that end zone. So our running back right there, Judah Price, he's too busy talking about some. He needs to just, or maybe he's not enough. He needs to show a little more effort out there, actually. Let her rough in the passer right there. We can live with that. Get us on first down. Get us a little closer to the end zone. Let's just punch our way into the end zone. Make it simple. Let's keep things simple. Little RPO action right here. Then keep it with the back. He's in there. Come on, I need to throw that flag, ref. Like, I don't like these guys just hitting my players after the whistle and stuff like that. Like, we got a college football championship to win. Protect my guys. We don't do that to other teams' guys. Don't let other teams do that to us. Okay, 14-7, second half. Let's get him down. Let's get him down. Good hit. So that's McClain right there. We got to keep him around the ball. Can't have him in the back all the time. So we got to make a play here. 2nd and 8. We don't want them scoring a touchdown. Covering that. Open field. Smack him. Yeah. That's our red shirt freshman right there. Red shirt freshman. Playing the back. Saw the guy, open field tackle. It's raining. He said, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to my shoulder pad, right? So he put bro on his back, pause, got the turnover, didn't allow them to get a touchdown, right? So that's the kind of plays we need to make. Like, you need big play guys on defense. Like, big play guys on offense is obvious. But when you have big play guys on defense, that's the kind of thing that just turns the game. The game would have possibly been 10-14, if not tied up at 14-14, if that play wasn't made. So now we're in the third quarter. We're up by a touchdown still. We're in manageable, but we could have been in a slugfest right now with a team that has no business even being in a fight with us, right? So we got 2 full quarters to go. We just put that guy in motion so I can see if we're in zone or not. I'm taking a shot. Going to CJ. Okay, we trying to see. CJ had an excellent game last week. We just giving him opportunities to build off what he did last week. We're going to start going to Niter soon, but Niter has to present himself. It's 3rd and 2. Got to get this easy first down right here. I already know we're going to make a bad decision because this is zone right here. I remember this play. R1 seemed like it was going to be open, but that's, what was that, cover 2, cover 4? Got to be able to identify things earlier. I need to play the chess game a little more often instead of taking what they give me. Again, that's what happens when you play key moments. You're not playing the game for real. You're just trying to get a first down, right? Like right there, I just try to get my first down using my legs. If I'm actually playing the game, I can see how the defense is guarding me. So I'm going to stop even. I want to say I'm going to stop speaking on that. Playing the key moments makes the game go by quick. And like I told y'all, college football, it's been great. Loving it, but I'm a Madden guy, right? When it gets to Madden, I'm playing the full games. It's gonna be a different experience. It's gonna be fun. This is fun too, but you're gonna be like, oh, okay, he's actually nice. He's not just throwing the flat, or he's not just throwing the this, or he's not just running inside zone over and over and over again. Even though inside zone works, like I told you. The question's gonna start coming up. Is he a Heisman player? He's running for over 100 yards every game. Is he a Heisman player is the number one question that needs to start being asked. Third quarter, we're up 21-7. Remember what could have been if we didn't get that forced fumble. What we got here? I'm liking square and I'm liking triangle. Oh, you got to see. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Legs. Use your legs. 2 rushing touchdowns for our quarterback in 1 game. Exceptional. That's how you play.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Good tackle on 4th and 3. We're up, what was that, 28-7? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get a couple first downs. We don't even need any more touchdowns, but if we get one, we get one. Hit our one. So hitting the guy with the flat hasn't been going well. Like, again, I'm colorblind. I'm not even seeing that guy that's in the flat until I throw it. So, yeah. Let's get on that ground, inside zone. Good block. Who was that made that block? Who made that block? Somebody on my coaching staff, come find me the name of the guy who made that block. He needs to play more. I wouldn't be surprised if it was C.J. Kelly, but really it's probably, I hope it was a tight end, because, like, there's no way a wide receiver's making that kind of block. Like I said, we were going to go find Nider. We gave C.J. his opportunities. Nider also had 100 receiving yards that game. Give it to our other guy. We have 2 big play receivers. I need to move Nider off my slot and into my number 2 spot. Hopefully he's not a senior. If I could have CJ and Nider come back next year, I can I already have a redshirt freshman on the well, he returns punts, so he's a true freshman. But I need him to be my slot receiver next year. 88, he's not going to be there. Nider, look at him. This guy's nice in the slot. This guy's nice in the slot. A redshirt freshman has a 95 acceleration and a 93 or 95 agility, 89 speed. I look at him and I'm just like, okay, so he's going to come here. He's about, 5'11", 180 or something like that. By the time he get out of here, get to the league, he's going to be about 6 foot, probably grow an inch, put on about 20 all muscle. That's my Devontae Adams. Actually, let's give him a 3-inch growth spurt, actually. Let's try that. You know, that's the kind of player I want to upload into my franchise as well. Big play for the tight end. Quarterback, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He loves throwing interceptions. You guys know I'm not a fan of that. But that's what we got. Our freshman quarterbacks are not touching the field this year. Unless something like a catastrophe happens, they're not touching the field. Keeping that red shirt, developing it. Whichever one ends up being better, probably going to be our quarterback for the start of the season next year. But before we even get there, let's get Wedlock, whatever his name. Let's get him a college football championship. And let's just go win another one the year after that. Got rippled down. Good play. See, I see the play. I just read it. I'm assuming my guy's a little more explosive, or that I was close. I thought I would close the distance a little more.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
What do we got here?
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to
And that is that. The Howard Bisons with a dominating 42-14 win, led by their star running back, Travis Kearney, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. This man is having a Heisman-level season. Let's keep it going. We have a hard commit from the number 2 player in the nation, a defensive tackle, a position that the Howard Bisons desperately need to fill. The AD expectations are being met. Recruits are coming in. And in week 8, we will be playing East Carolina, as we are now number 8 in the nation at 5-1. Before we get to that, let's look at our season stats. Quarterback is playing solid. Our running back is rushing for almost 120 yards per game with 7 touchdowns. Receivers are both above 300 yards with more than 3 touchdowns. And on defense, our safety, McLean, is leading us in tackles. We haven't received many sacks or interceptions since the beginning of the year, but we're doing what we can to make things happen. Let's check out our recruiting. Drew Miranda is now being closed in on by Ole Miss, and he is from Mississippi. Will we be able to keep him? Will we be able to stay as the number 1 team on his list? We do not know.